So excited to see. It's been such a long time since we've not just had out-lap, push-lap, pit. Getting that cadence right, getting that tire prep right is going to be so crucial. We've seen the difference in lap time if you don't get it right. Managing traffic, managing all those different elements on a track that's brand new to everybody. There's still so many unknowns, even though we've now had a couple hours of practice. I just can't wait to see how it unfolds.
It is brilliant to have these two with you wherever in the world you're watching. You're very welcome to this, and it is wonderful. One of the best things in sport, when you get a leap into the unknown, and what a leap it is. The Bellagio fountains you're looking at, there are landmarks that are original, there are landmarks that are borrowed from elsewhere, and that is Formula One's newest pit building. The crowd are in today. We are, say, Ferrari are one-lap favourites going into this session.
Yeah, I think so. If you look at that session, the final session ahead of qualifying, then they didn't run the softest compound of tyres. That definitely suggests that they've got a little bit more up their sleeves. And there's going to be so much track evolution. The confidence in the drivers, I think, will be pretty much there now. They've done enough laps to kind of understand where the track is, but it's really to try and put our audience in the cockpit. The grip levels can just suddenly take a step forward from what seems like one lap to the next, and suddenly your lap times are like, half a second, 3/4 seconds faster. And it's about finding yourself on track at the right moment to capitalize on that and not be one of the top teams to be dropping out earlier than would normally be the case.
A new day is broken. It is midnight. We tick in to the traditional day, and we move forward for Formula One with a green light at the end of the pit lane and 20 cars about to embark onto the racetrack. We have 18 minutes for the 20, and let's hear now from Pierre Gasly.
But just a reminder, Pierre, we can be slow on pit exit, but not stationary.
So that is the evolution of the rule that has been changing all the way through. Gordon Ramsay having a natty hair off with Rod Stewart there down in the Red Bull garage, and there are going to be celebrities everywhere you look today and tomorrow. Rod Stewart's face on the strip here that the Haas is heading to because of his residency here, and Nico Hülkenberg taking the car up. They're going beyond 200 miles per hour by the time they haul on the anchors, past the fountains, past the knockoff Eiffel Tower, and down to 14, 15, and 16.
It's not the real Eiffel Tower?
It's very impressive. It is very impressive, but not the real. It's amazing down there. The field lap's going to be Sector 4, which is the opening few corners of the racetrack. So that was earlier on. That's an interesting note that the slippery surface flag was down there. Maybe something the drivers have to deal with. That was a while ago. The race control noted it, but they did note it, and those fine margins can make a big difference at a street circuit. We are heading through 1, 2, 3, and by the time you get through 4, you're opening up the speed and you are heading to the back straight.
Opening up speed, opening up DRS. This is the first DRS zone on the racetrack down into turn 5. Another good braking opportunity. This is where we saw Alex Albon have contact with the wall in FP3. The only real wall contact we've had so far, DC, has been surprisingly clean for how dirty and how slippery the surface was to start.
Yeah, I felt for him because he contacted just beyond the Tech Pro barriers. If you'd had a little bit of car against plastic barrier, he maybe got away with a bit of scuffing of the car, but he firmly connected with the concrete wall behind, and then broke the wheel and probably did some front damage as well. So, as you say, the first wall impact goes to him. Will it be the last? I doubt it.
It'd sort of be a pretty big surprise if that was the case. So we see Kevin Magnussen having the edge on Nico Hülkenberg. He's still purple in Sector 1 and in Sector 2 now. K-Mag getting after it.
It's going to be really interesting to see when these opening lap times come to us. There'll be a little bit of caution on those first couple of laps. We know tyres as well, the build to as a bit wide of apex there, but it looking like it's second, third lap where they'll be able to really exploit the tyre performance. So that should lead to a bit more track action and therefore a bit more tyre evolution and track evolution.
Okay, Magnussen laying down the time with 1:35.968. His teammate will respond in a few seconds' time. Huge direction change through the 17th and final corner. A little bit of a compression in the racetrack as they move through, and it's Magnussen ahead of Hülkenberg. A reminder for you that the two Haas cars are running different paint.
Not go. There's a track limits issue potentially. You can actually go all the way to the inside. You see it there, and Logan Sargent very close to the edge of that line. Not an issue for Checo as he goes P1, but this man here fighting it over the curbs, coming out at turn 14, 15. A little bit of a draft in front of him. He's got Stroll right ahead, across the line, looking strong, 134.8.
So Charles Leclerc has looked comfortable all the way through this weekend. He has been the one dialed in. Remember, it's Carlos Sainz who has won the Grand Prix for Ferrari earlier this year. That was back in Singapore, and it's been 4 pole positions, but no wins so far this season for Charles Leclerc. McLaren have been chasing the balance of the car so far this weekend. Lando Norris is 3rd, Oscar Piastri is in 4th, and we're waiting to see the opening efforts from Gasly, Ocon, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Sargent, Stroll, Verstappen, Albon, Alonso, Hamilton, and Russell. They're all out laps at the moment. The first of those names are attacking the racetrack for the first time today, and Logan Sargent still not confirmed for that seat next year, looking to try and book his place in Formula 1 2024. This is a racetrack where Williams have a little bit more confidence compared to elsewhere, and he's trying to deliver.
Opening out the lap here, and Magnussen has gone quickest in the first.